Hello. The project is in touch with you, Guru.Markets. Thank you so much for helping our project. See all forms of help in the description of this video. We will look at the main indicators of the company Axis Capital Holdings Ltd, ticker AXS. This review was made using data as of May 6, 2024. By classification Guru.Markets company Axis Capital Holdings Ltd belongs to the subcategory Fear Private. 35 organizations participate in the comparison. This is very representative. Let's start with the summary data for the corporation. A little further we will look at each indicator in more detail. If you are interested, it is possible to pause the video. We invite you to consider each parameter of the corporation more carefully. Access to the database with ticker classification is absolutely free and open. Thank you for your repost, and various other help. All this is very important for us. Market capitalization of the company Axis Capital Holdings Ltd valued at $5.54 billion. Market capitalization of the subcategory is $505 billion. Axis Capital Holdings Ltd has a share of 1.096% and is one of the small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is estimated at $4.98 billion. The subcategory's balance sheet capitalization is $238 billion. Axis Capital Holdings Ltd constitutes a share of 2.096%. Having compared the shares of market and book value, we will see the following. Occupied share Axis Capital Holdings Ltd in the subcategory when assessing market capitalization is 1.096%. The balance sheet capitalization is 2.096%. Which is 91% more than the share of stock market capitalization. Assessment of the company's share of market and balance sheet capitalization in the subcategory. Good, 1 point. Overall company assessment Axis Capital Holdings Ltd will be presented at the very end of the video. Please look at the logic of the study in full. The analyzed organization's financial liabilities amount to $1.396 billion. Financial liabilities to balance sheet capitalization amount to 28% of capital. Score based on the level of the company's financial liabilities. Good, 1 point. Ratio of the company's market price to profit 10. The subcategory average of 13.8 is 28% lower than the subcategory average. Evaluation of the company's stock market value to profit in comparison with the subcategory. Good, 1 point. Profit for the last 12 months was $561 million. Forward earnings for the coming 12 months are tentatively expected to be $775 million. And this is 38.1% more than now. Assessment of projected future profits in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's price-to-revenue ratio is 1. The subcategory average is 1.5, which is 33% lower than the subcategory average. Assessment of the stock market value to revenue ratio in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. Revenue for the last 12 months was $5,710 million. Forward revenue for the next 12 months is tentatively expected to be $7,890 million. which is 38% more than the current figure. An assessment of estimated future sales volumes compared to those in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The margin is 9.8%, with an average for the subcategory of 10.7%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 0.9%. Assessment of marginality in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The company's share in terms of the number of employees in the subcategory is 0.729%. This is 50% less than the market capitalization share. And this fact shows the discrepancy between the market value of the company Axis Capital Holdings Ltd, probably towards revaluation. The amount of market capital per company employee is $2,703,000. Whereas for the subcategory $1,798,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 50.3%. Estimation of the company's market capital per employee in comparison with the indicators of subcategory companies. Tolerable, 0 points. The volume of profit per individual employee of the company is $274.1 thousand. The average in the subcategory is $130.4 thousand. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 110%. Estimation of profit per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's sales volume per employee is $2,789,000. By subcategory $1,215,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 130%. Estimation of revenue per employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The volume of sales transactions was 1.1%, with an average for the subcategory of 1.7%. This is an indicator of the possible risk of a short squeeze. Indicator RSI, 14, shows a level of 63% for the company Axis Capital Holdings Ltd. While in the subcategory the RSI level, 14, is approximately 49%. On average, securities of the subcategory are valued lower than those of the company Axis Capital Holdings Ltd. Comparing the price movement of a company's shares Axis Capital Holdings Ltd and subcategory companies. We will see that over the last 12 months the shares Axis Capital Holdings Ltd showed a change of 18.9%. 30.8% are against price changes in the subcategory. This definitely doesn't mean anything, but you need to keep this fact in mind. Before announcing the final grade, please leave your rating of the company Axis Capital Holdings Ltd in the comments to this video. We all read the comments and try very hard to respond to every response in the comments. Your comments help spread the channel Guru.Markets. Result: 5.5 out of 10 points. Average score for the subcategory, 2.1 points. If you look broadly, within the AXS market in the aggregate, we can see that the average result for the AXS stock market as a whole is 0.3 points. Against a score of 5.5 points for Axis Capital Holdings Ltd. Let's look at the table of orders. It is available to you. A link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all decisions made by the information and reference evaluation system Guru.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and open. Link in pinned comment. Let me remind you that earlier on April 10, 2024, we published an order. Ticker AXS. Help System.GURU.Markets, the following decision is made on this order. Close the order. The result is a profit of 2.8%. Many thanks to the audience for watching to the end and for using the information and reference system from Guru.Markets. You truly are the most excellent audience on the planet.